Super Mario Galaxy 3 happened. I feel like, what was that most? I feel like Mario Odyssey was supposed to kind of be something similar to that. I actually haven't played, I haven't even seen Mario Odyssey. I don't know if it's Super Mario 64 equivalent or not. I got the impression that was kind of that game was kind of like the signaling of the Galaxy series being over. This was the cutscene that always bugged me, where I thought to myself, SpongeBob's face looks too small for his head. Ultimate Wedgie experience. I've been missing that experience for a very long time. But there are things I love about Mario Galaxy 1, and I have more of an attachment to Mario Galaxy 1 than Galaxy 2, but there are things I think Galaxy 2 did really well too. Boom! And with how many people have already played those games, I've never really had an excuse to try to Let's Play those, so I've never had a chance to actually share my thoughts on them. I would have lots of thoughts to share if I did play it. If I did play them, I'd have to do something unique with it. Like, I did make a mod at one point for Super Mario Galaxy, the original, to let you play as Cosmic Mario and Luigi, although, unfortunately, without their sound effects. So you have the normal Mario and Luigi voice, but you look like Cosmic. I might do something weird like that, and then, oh, I can stand on this. And maybe hack the game to always do a Daredevil mode run, so I only ever have 1 health. So basically just be a no damage run. But no damage run in the game while being, oh, invisible wall. While playing as Cosmic Mario or Luigi could be kind of fun, I guess. Or at least some gimmick to justify me playing the game if I play it. Whoops. On this channel. But it's also such a long game. And I like how long it is, but I try to stay away from games being too long on this channel, especially if it's something that is outside of my usual content for this channel. I do hear a lot of people like Odyssey. I don't know a single thing about it. No. I don't usually follow any Nintendo anything, although I have some exposure to it. Like, I saw a playthrough of Paper Mario Thousand Year Door that I liked, although I never paid attention to any other Paper Mario games, for instance.
Fresh like a spring breeze.
The ham has the word ham taped on it. Really, instead of like printed on it? I might have to look. I think, or was it, painted on it originally? They're cartooning about it in the wrong way. Where? I can't keep up with this chat, jeez! Appearance of the shocking robots are a little bit of a downgrade. I just miss the little red marshmallows they used to have on the end of their prods. I always liked those. The remake seem to look angry. Yeah, I see what you're saying, I kind of agree. Robots seem calmer. Yeah, I think this game seems a lot more hardcore in general in certain ways, which is kind of funny to say because it's so colorful. But, like, there's so much more impact to everything, for instance. Everything's so much more, I almost would say, violent. It's kind of weird. The boundary between... Yeah, see, like, how was I so... The only reason I knew that I couldn't drop down there was because I had played the original game. There's no indication you can't drop down there, which is weird. This game's lacking a little bit of delineation between where you can and can't go. No, the word ham is painted on there. Do the robots always have red lights on them? I feel like they tend to have green lights. Or maybe it depended on some certain things. Hello, I don't remember there being blue jellyfish here. Were there? Maybe there were. I don't know if I ever noticed the mechanical difference between the different colors of jellyfish here. I think blue jellyfish might have had more health or something. Yeah, maybe some remakes. I don't think Nintendo has joined the remake train, really. But yeah, we're in the day of remakes. It feels like... And some people complain about, like, films and whatnot lately being all, like... remakes and books being turned into films and things like that. I feel like we're starting to see the same thing with the video games, too. Although that's a good or a bad thing is for the individual to decide, I guess. But yeah, I feel like there are lots of remakes lately. Especially recently. I think they had green lights before. Yeah, they look so much angrier. But yeah, it looks like they have green lights when they're not aggroed and red when they're aggroed, which makes sense. That's some really transparent goo. Wow. It's kind of pretty. It's flowing so fast, though. Also, it doesn't make sound anymore. Huh. The waterfall was a bit too loud here in the original, I think, but now it's so quiet. Well, it's so quiet, I say. It literally doesn't make sound anymore. I kind of wish SpongeBob, like, got stuck, like, frozen in the air like he used to
I'm ready.
when Hans took him, because it's kind of weird how he just kind of stops taking any input at all and then Hans takes him. Like, maybe if he had an animation for falling out of bounds, that would work a bit better, but SpongeBob just suddenly deciding to not respond to me and then Hans taking him is kind of weird. Yeah, I know, so blue jellyfish seem to only take one hit now. But they are faster, that's right. Where did you send them on? These things are blue now, though, which they did not used to be. Oh, hello. Actually, first, before I head over here, I should... Get up here. There we go. Get the sock. And I don't see why I wouldn't go for 100% in this game. I mean, a big part of the point of this...
Patrick needs to do laundry.
Me playing this is to see what it's like compared to the original. So I figure I should probably look at everything to make out all the little details. Oh, I'm trying to read the chat and it keeps resulting in me getting hit. The exhaust fumes that come out of the hammer robots. It's almost hard sometimes to notice all the extra graphical details that are in the game. Yeah, just high technology moving on and on. I'm liking how SpongeBob has more like squishing and bouncing in his animations now too. And it's nice to have that in cartoony games for one anyways, like Jack and Daxter used to. But on top of that, it's really appropriate for SpongeBob since he's a sponge, he's literally squishy. In fact, I feel like it was kind of wrong for the games part of this, or SpongeBob games stood it up to have squishy looking SpongeBob in the past. Whoa! That was an animation change. It's kind of nice though that there's actually an animation difference to tell you that you don't have control over SpongeBob's bouncing now. This thing gets uploaded after you finish recording. Yeah. So I don't know if I'll upload it all as one video or break it up into episodes. But what I'm gonna do is I'm recording this at the same time, so I'm gonna have this saved on my hard drive. And I'm almost forgetting to read these signs. I'm probably gonna see all the same stuff as before. And so I'll upload this onto YouTube. Probably, maybe like breaking up into parts and then upload throughout the week after this or something like that. I'm not sure. I expect the rest of this playthrough, whatever I don't do tonight, will be... Ooh, fiery. I think it also explodes faster. Will probably be put up as like traditional episodes where I just like record them offline and then upload them. Oh, interesting how the camera actually faces a specific direction when you pick up that spatula. I think that's nice because just to make it look nicer, like gets you a cool looking camera angle, which is kind of defeated a little bit by the fact that the animation is much less grandiose now. But oh well.
Mermaid Man, I have all your comics and toys and mail.
I love the mail line.
Huh? What?
Merman looks really round today.
Yeah, it's that sponge kid.
And now I expect a stream. Well, that's kind of the idea. It's a special stream for a special occasion. I don't normally stream things ever. Like, I never considered streaming, but I wanted to stream this game, so I did a couple practice streams last week, and now here we are. They changed some sounds. Yeah, a couple. Some of them sound really similar to the original, some of them are like totally different. A Hero Pants remake.
No,
I have my doubts.
I think it had something to do with massaging my feet.
The gate noise was pretty loud. Yeah, it seems like the volume of lots of the sound effects was changed in this game, usually to be more quiet, or even removed entirely.
Then massage I must.
Let's get to massaging.
Help! They're making me hit myself!
No, they're not.
Massaging your feet isn't working. I think I'd better try a more direct approach.
I'm almost, like, in a certain way I'm disappointed, in a certain way I'm really not. That SpongeBob isn't, like, depicted, not necessarily depicted massaging Mermaid Man's feet, because I don't need to see that, but I feel like in the original it was kind of lazy almost, how they just kind of cut away and implied these things were happening. I hope they would change that in this, but apparently
By
not.
clipping my toenails?
Everything's a little faster, yeah. Discord Pandas would be a fun remake. I don't know if Land of Square Pandas will have I don't know. One tricky thing with Land of Square Pandas is, just like the movie game, it's tied to a specific... I guess, well, I know SquarePants was a TV movie, wasn't it? But it's tied to a specific... Oh wow, I can't talk to him anymore? Oh, well, yeah, that's what Simple usually says when he talks to Rayman later. So it's not timeless like this game is. This game isn't tied to any specific episode or anything like that. He looks like a giant Krabby Patty, he does. Ashley was constantly around treating his Krabs lines. Rayman, I can understand. Yeah, I don't believe they really recorded any lines in this game. I think I heard a couple new lines from SpongeBob. But... Oh, whoa, the camera moves as you move the stick. I don't like that. Reminds me of JSRFMP, it's the tank controls all over again. Oh, hello. I'll have to get that sock again later. Whoops.
That was fun. I should do it again sometime.
That sometime is now. That sock at the end was always tough to get. Oh, that's weird. You don't see him bounce off the... of the box. I can tell, I get the impression some of these things that were changed to work around glitches. Like, there were some glitches with like jumping out of a box, for instance. So that's probably why you can't jump out of a box anymore. I noticed also, for instance, that SpongeBob, whether SpongeBob is in slide mode depends entirely on whether or not you're above a slide or not, which is different from how it worked in the original. I love that animation for jumping out of a box. It makes me sad. But it feels weird, for instance, jumping off of the slide and switching back to SpongeBob's normal walking animation in the air. Or his normal like mid-air animation as opposed to his sliding animation.
Hey, you! Patrick needs to do laundry.
Yeah, I think the sliding physics are actually... I think sliding as a whole is actually kind of a downgrade, but it is what it is.
Too pretty. Can't take it.
So as far as voice acting goes, if you like the original voice acting, which I personally do, then you might like that. You have to battle through. Random narration. Dramatic narration. I'll actually just run around here a little bit just to attack some enemies and have some fun for a second.
Take that.
But
Just my size.
if you were hoping for new lines, then yeah, it's kind of disappointing. Something interesting is that the original Bikini Bomb, I don't know if the original Bikini Bomb was localized at all into other languages. It probably wasn't dubbed. This game is actually dubbed into other languages with the original voice actors, for the official dubbed voice actors of the show, which is probably really nice for anybody that is not English speaking. So the voice acting is probably a really big upgrade for anyone, for instance, like speaking French or whatever. In fact, you can change the language in the game settings. In fact, I'm kind of curious. Can I change the language now? I appreciate. It's actually really nice. I appreciate. Oh, someone has this afraid animation. I love that. But you can separately change the subtitles and the audio language. That's really nice. Also, this music. I love this music. I was wondering if they would change any music. I don't think. I don't think they even like remastered any of the music. Maybe they did. I don't know. Sounds the same to me. So yeah, the size graphics look very appealing. Yeah, I mean, graphics of most things look pretty appealing in here, to be perfectly honest. Oh, that's weird. The robots get oh, the robot got destroyed on that explosion. That's interesting. But the robots get sent out in like cans now instead of weird, unidentifiable balls of metal. I'm tempted to just, like, as a joke, play around a little bit with French dialogue. It feels like it would be mean to, like, skip out on Patrick actually, on hearing Patrick say things here. So I'll switch that back to English. It's also really cool that you can change the language in the game. You don't have to go back to the main menu or anything.
Hey, SpongeBob!
Woo! Thank goodness you're safe, Patrick.
Well, of course, SpongeBob. Why wouldn't I be?
Well, the robots and
Guys
the...
are making you hate yourself.
Oh yeah, I found this for you. I don't know what it is, but it looks important.
Thanks, Patrick. I tell
Don't
you
you
what,
have 10 of
all
those?
that running
Or
around
nine?
has left me...
Well, yeah,
Ooh,
10.
Why don't
Never
you
played the
continue
original.
on for a bit?
That must be a peculiar experience saying this after not having seen the original.
Okay.
I want to hear French Patrick. Never before did I think I needed to hear Patrick say ooh la la.
Les sous-vêtements de Bob ne lui vont pas tout à fait. Tellement beau. Tellement étincelant.
That's a heck of a voice. Okay, enough playing around with that. Unless you want to hear Japanese Patrick. I didn't think Nickelodeon did very well in Japan. Nickelodeon is a very Western thing, I think. I'm sorry, I cannot resist the idea of hearing Japanese Patrick. Oh, interesting, I don't see that hand anymore. It doesn't break when you throw it, and it's also, has physics. Poof. Ooh da da, I know. That was interesting to hear. Huh, Patrick moves really far forwards when he attacks now. It's like a lot of force. Please do Japanese Patrick, it has been done. I think Croatian dub Patrick sounds most accurate to the original. I haven't actually heard Spongebob characters in different languages. I know there are videos of that, but I never watched them. Oh, well, there are no tikis there anymore. Huh. Oh, huh. The jellyfish don't shock you, they just shock in an area around them. I can't throw, That's weird, I can throw... Oh, that's interesting, there's a target to throw the fruit at there now, that's nice. I can't throw the stick at the guy now. That's sad. Which version would you choose? You've never played the game before. I'm gonna have to decide that later. I still have nostalgic idols for the original. Wow, that is a much smaller bus stop. That's a lot less fancy looking. Can't wait to see the rest of it. Thank you, Carly. Jeez, it feels so much more violent hitting people now. Boom! Okay. Ooh, I like that double jump. He's star-shaped, so he should act star-shaped. Patrick Teeter-Totter. No, I'm not sure how fond I ever was of this mechanic. Ooh, there are crystals in the cave now. That's different. That's a cool idea. I feel like the past, 5 to 10 years, the world has become even more obsessed than usual with shiny things, and I'm perfectly okay with that. Don't be near when it goes boom. Don't tell you what to do! Boom! Those shiny objects move so slow. Wait, it's the guy from Sand Mountain. Ever seen Markiplier? I know of his existence, but no, I haven't. I can. Oh, so I've seen Markiplier. No, I never really watched him though. I don't think I've seen anything from him. I was really confused about playing his voice for a second. I was like, to ask, is Plankton female? No, he just has like a really small person voice. Huh, I never thought about that. I guess part of the joke with Plankton is that he has a really deep voice despite being really small. In Japanese, they made him sound small. Say more, we got who? I'm sorry, I can't hear that voice as male. Even if it's supposed to be like a small voice.
Yeah, Plankton! Oira wo jouhatsu saseru no?
残念ながらお前を手伝うという望ましくない役割を担った。
They're trying though, like they're putting a lot into that voice.
おいらも昨日変な寝方をして首を痛めたよ。
Huh, I wonder if that joke works in Japanese. It's probably not too hard to translate. I always love that joke though. Undesirable position. Darn, I need to change. I need to change the voice back to English because I want to hear. I'm missing hearing the dialogue here in English. It's definitely woman voice actress. Yeah, pretty obviously, but it's pretty common for female voice actresses to voice male characters, like Timmy Turner, for instance, or Bart Simpson. Hitting things feels satisfying. Yeah, but when you're hitting like a person, it feels violent and like mean.
洞窟の奥についてもお前はでかいピンクの間抜けのままだろうが、ロボットを倒して俺を餌バケツ艇に戻すぐらいの知恵はつくだろう。
そしたらおいらを蒸発させてくれな。
お前の命は救って俺様のブラック企業で出来の悪い偽ブランド財布を作らせてやる。
わあ、やったー。
I admit, there's something I kind of like about Plankton's Japanese voice, but I should change it back.
Now into the caves before all this being helpful gives me a headache.
Thank you for speaking English, Plankton. I missed your deep voice. In fact, even Terrence from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Scary dark cave.
This is very different. Wow. Even Terrence was voiced by, I think, Tara Strong. So Terrence had a female voice actor of all people, despite having a really gruff voice.
Oof. Hey, my back feels better.
For some reason, I'm tempted to try to do a cartwheel. Wrong game. No. Targeting in this game isn't much any easier than it was in the original, unfortunately. Interesting, buttons that you have to throw at actually have a different pattern on them. I guess buttons that get pressed in different ways how it looks to them now. That's weird. They're not spikes anymore, they're bamboo. That makes them feel so much. That makes them feel like artificial in an otherwise natural cave. Not that I know what's so natural about these cork bits here. Oh, I don't like that physics. That's not the place for physics. That's gonna be really frustrating the normal layer. The fruit being able to roll off of things. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, please. Wasn't Tara Strong from Roach's magic? She's in everything, probably. Please! There we go. Wait, what do I need this for? I don't need it for anything. It's just to hit those stickies over there. I don't need that. At least I did it. Just to prove I could. Can I see my phone? Buzz? I probably shouldn't pay attention to that right now. I don't even have my phone in the room with me. I'm recording stuff. Good throw.
Gotta carry a lot of stuff around. Ooh, wouldn't
She voiced excellent
mess
characters, yeah. The woman of 1,000 voices. Boom. That was a really short little throw. That's interesting. You can actually see where all the bamboo stuff retracts to. The bamboo, it's bamboo, isn't it? Whatever it is. You can see where all retracts to, that's nice. I haven't mentioned anything, by the way, yet about the different appearances of the tikis, but I think that's fine enough. I think it's pretty unobjectionable how they look different. I wouldn't have been bothered if they didn't change how they look, but I think they'll look fine as they are too. I guess it does kind of fit the aesthetic of this game a bit more now. It's kind of weird how every time they want you to throw something somewhere, they give you something to throw it up, like a spot to throw it on. I'm not trying to throw it up there, but you're welcome to try. Look at that! That was impressive, Patrick. Oh, they still make the metallic sound, yeah. I guess the justification for that would be that anything sharp tends to make a sound. Darn it! Anything sharp tends to make a metallic sound in media, like especially cartoons. Come on. I can't throw it on here. This is actually feeling worse than, the targeting is feeling worse than the original, and the original wasn't that great. Does the game tell you can stack throw fruit in the original? I believe it does. You can also move as you throw fruit now. And even if it doesn't, the throw fruit do... I mean, stacking throw fruit would be impossible if the physics didn't, like, disengage. What was I saying, though? You can move as you throw fruit now? I don't think that's the main thing I was trying to say just then. I don't know. I bet you guys a different animation now. Did I forget to pick up that sock? I feel like I did. I need to go pick up... I need to go back to the, Oops.
That's much better.
Oh, huh. He's more of a cannonball now. No, he doesn't. I don't know if I just didn't see that right. Did I pick up that sock? I did not.
Ooh, another one.
Beautiful. I need to get back up, but... Well. I think I was talking about how... It's weird to me how... There's no... doesn't seem like there's any free-form fruit throwing in this game, like in the original. Because it always gives you like a little target to throw things at. But I guess it has to because they apply physics to the fruit now, which I don't think there's any good reason to do. Like, it felt kind of unrealistic, I guess, in an obvious way, of how throw fruit didn't, it didn't roll around or anything in the original. But honestly, I think it was good. Also, these tikis look so red in this light, they look like boom tikis, or like thunder tikis.
How many of these do I have to carry? Whoa!
There are some socks in different places. I'd be surprised, but it'd be interesting. I admit, I'm not actually reading most of these signs that I look at. I wonder how this ice would look. Oh, Ice actually looks so happy on this ice. He's just kind of wiggling in a weird way.
Hey, this is mine!
This is mine, yeah, that's a new line. There are some new lines here. I like that, I guess. I always wanted Patrick to acknowledge that the socks he's finding were his. I appreciate that. Oh, don't bounce away though, this is sad. Okay, that robot go boom thing seems a bit pop culture as well. Let's actually not even bother with that. Let's... Honestly, whoa, man, these guys are that fast. Let's see what a stun robot looks like.
Where's the whistle?
The anime speed effect around this side of the screen. I guess it kind of works for making things look fast, though. It's a pretty standard animation thing.
SpongeBob's underwear fits quite right.
I appreciate the characters acknowledging that they're wearing SpongeBob underwear. It's always just a weird joke that I found. Darn it, they move so fast I can't actually, there we go. Stun them. They keep moving over me.
Much better.
No. I throw you into the button. You don't throw me into the button. Oh, whoa. Did you usually respawn all the way back here? No, I'm fairly certain that there's a checkpoint normally at the end of the slide, isn't there? It's kind of annoying.
Woo! Up we go!
Oh well. Let me throw a watermelon to the button. I guess I could. I think I always threw the, throw what thought was for the protagonist. Robot Identity Crisis. But I thought, I think what I always did at least was throwing speed lines. Speed lines? I'm saying speed lines. I thought I always threw a robot into the button instead though. Do the machines spam out the robots faster? I think they do. Also, I recoil when I hit the fire now. That's
I don't
interesting.
think SpongeBob's underwear fits quite right.
I feel like they do though. I feel like these things put out a lot of enemies really fast. Oh, hello. That only would have stunned him, because my shockwave reached him. Jeez, these guys are actually, they feel a lot rougher. There we go. That's what I needed. So I can...
That's much
There we go.
better.
Yeah, sure. I feel like the intention is that you... Boom. I feel like the intention is that you throw the robot into it instead. Well, at least we can make our... Ooh. Our spatula picking up animation a bit fancier by picking up or having an explosion at the same time. That's weird. Don't you usually get to see outside right here? Oh, Patrick. I feel like you can usually see outside from there.
Ahoy there! Squidward tells me.
Yes?
Ah, whoops. I didn't realize that was... I think there was... I think I was
Good
gonna cut
thing,
that off.
too. That monster has been stinging all my good customers in their poop decks. I hear that you can find him up top of Old Sport Mountain here. Go hook that beast, sailor.
How do you feel compared to the original so far?
Oh boy,
It-
Mr. Krabs. I'll see what I can do.
It's pretty similar. I mean, visuals are, in all seriousness, an important part of the game. There's some things I don't really know how I feel about, good or bad. There's some, I am kind of bugged by how out of bounds is handled. Oh, Patrick looks bothered now by... Whoa, that was weird. Patrick looks bothered by the ground now. I loved before how he, like back before in the original, whenever you did that, whenever you went out of bounds as Patrick, he'd wave his arms around and he'd look behind himself like he was like a little kid doing something he knew what he shouldn't be doing, and I found that hilarious. Darn, I'm sad they got rid of that.
Sunshine?
But yeah, there's not enough distinction between the what's inbounds and what's out of bounds, which bugs me a lot. That's not too big of a deal. It's a fairly minor detail, since there are lots of places where it doesn't matter anyways. Everything feels kind of heavier and more impactful. I don't know if that's really a good or a bad thing. Platforming feels fine enough. I think it was nice how, like, exceptionally... Whoa, what was that? Oh, it shows where he's shooting. I feel like the controls are, like, exceptionally tight in the original, which I liked. I don't know how I feel about being able to see how this guy's aiming. But I feel like you kind of need that, because otherwise you can't see... No, you can still see where the shots landed. They disappear a lot faster. I don't know if I think it's a good or a bad thing, because I liked how long it was stuck around before, because you had to pay attention. Enemies feel like they kind of get spammed a bit, so I don't know. I'm noticing lots of differences. I just can't really
Wait as a whistle.
tell you if I think they're good or bad so far. Lots of them just kind of feel kind of neutral. This guy's wearing Spongebob's outfit. There are little things like I don't think there's any business applying physics to the that wasn't a very forceful explosion. I don't think there's any business applying physics to throw fruit. The throw fruit aiming feels a lot worse as well.
Hello, Mrs. Puff.
I don't know how I feel about the game not forcing me to read signs, although I guess that's not that bad of a thing either, so I don't know.
Hello, Patrick. I've got a job for you to do.
So those are things I can come up with that I'm questioning the quality of, or like whether I like it, but like it doesn't really bug me.
Oh boy.
I'm alright enough with it.
I found a golden spatula, but those robots out on the island stole it and threw it into the lake. If you can figure out how to get it back, you're welcome to it.
That's interesting. You can see the the Duplicatotron now. There was no Duplicatotron here before. I'm sorry. I just have to do this.
島のロボットから黄金のフライ返しを取り戻せたかしら？
確かまだ。
Patch makes me sound like he's articulating words in Japanese. Anyways. It's the big fat meanie. Oh, was it? Oh wait, never mind. I thought you were talking about the pictures that the Tartar shot at earlier. No, you're just talking about Mrs. Buff. I don't really like how you consider the enemy's aim. I don't know if I like that either. I imagine chucks are the same, which I don't know if I enjoy. Enemies do feel a lot, it feels like enemies get spawn a lot faster and they attack a lot faster. And also my range for my,
Hey, my back feels better.
The range for my... They also move faster, I think. Like, I have a hard time not accidentally crushing enemies I'm trying to stun because they move under me. Let's rid of the Tartar bottles of goodness shapes now. Yeah, like, my range for my, or maybe there's the time that it lasts, but the range and I guess also time for my, ground pound move is really nerfed now, which bugs me a little.
Clean as a whistle.
What's your reason? Oh, Mrs. Buff, I wasn't paying attention to that. Mrs. Buff doesn't shake anymore? Darn. It's a weird detail to get attached to, but it was such a peculiar thing. It just stood out to me. Also, there's a really... Was there always such a long, like, recharge time from... New ground pound? Yeah, there was. It just feels all less useful. It feels a lot tougher stunning enemies. Puff's Japanese voice actor sounds like she's 20 years old. I don't know how... Well, I guess Mrs. Puff is supposed to be kind of older, right? She's... Yeah, I don't remember what her backstory really is. But yeah, she is supposed to be at least like middle age. But she's a similar age to Mr. Krabs. So yeah, I guess I am kind of middle, maybe middle older aged. Yeah, maybe. I mean, part of it though is that I think one just tends to kind of speak with a different inflection in Japanese, so you get a different idea of
Well done,
how it
Patrick.
sounds, or
You're
how
a
it should
real
sound
star.
for people with different ages.
A cookie?
No.
Darn it. Yeah, that... Seeing her smile as she says that, it just isn't as funny. Like... Seeing her shake as she did, I liked a
Well
lot more.
done, Patrick. You're a real star.
So she's still shaking, she's just shaking back. No, she doesn't really shake. Yeah, see, normally in here she's shaking, which I always liked.
Can I get a cookie?
Darn. That's weird, you have to hold B for a really long time. Actually, it's hard to skip dialogue now. Yeah, I guess you can hold A. Or you mash A. Or you can
Well
hold
done.
B, but you have to hold B for a while. It's kind of weird. They specifically mentioned that when they talked about how they wanted to consider Family Quest. Really? They specifically said they were gonna have Mrs. Puff shake, like in response to people wanting that to happen or something like that. I didn't pay attention to anything, any material for this game other than the original trailer. Her Japanese voice actress sounds like Sakuya. I don't know who voice acts who in Japan. There aren't usually that many voice actors though in the localization industry of any given country. So it might be that the voice actress for whoever that is also is the voice actress for Mrs. Puff. It's perfectly possible. So I don't think it's all short when he tiptoes now. That makes sense. He's trying to hide himself.
Just my size.
Beautiful. That's interesting, so all the shush tikis kind of like distort each other when I destroy one.
Tartar sauce. The horror. You just met
That was a
the
nice combo.
Sponginator.
That's kind of satisfying, seeing them bounce everywhere. Seem to imply they want, among other things, Mrs. Puff to shake. Man! I'm probably making things hard on myself by reading the chat as I play the game, but I'm just having a hard time against enemies, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Oh, that makes me wonder what's gonna be like in Mr. Krabs' Dream, for instance. Shoo. I'm playing through this game really slowly, by the way. Jeez, how long have you been streaming for? Like an hour and a half, and I'm still in Jellyfish Fields. I have no idea how long I'm gonna play this for. I don't have like a ton of endurance for video games anymore. Like, whoa. The days of me. Oh, that wasn't what I was trying to do. Trying to do this. Can I not come into the TV? My days of playing video games for like 4 or 5 hours at a time ended like around 10 years ago. So I don't know how long I could play this if I wanted. But we'll see. Where's Bubble? Oop. That's weird. There's no animation for that appearing and disappearing. You just make bubbles when they disappear in the original. It's weird how they would add in certain details, like the Duplicatotron spawning those hammers for the Mrs. Puff spatula, and then get rid of other ones, like graphical effect when these disappear. Of course, I'm taking this game slowly because I'm... Ah! Oh, they killed me. Oops. I'm taking this slow because I'm looking at everything and discovering it, really. Whoa! Something is happening weird here. Whoa, I got pushed onto the ground for a second there. I don't know if I get less mercy in this village or something in this. Or I feel like I might have less range. Like, I feel like I tend to get hit. I tend to get hurt by enemies in situations where I'm used to being able to attack them with total confidence. Interestingly, Stone Ticky's look. Whoa, hello. Pretty much exactly the same.
Fresh like a spring breeze.
Oh, Thunder Ticky's look very similar too. Oh, I didn't even see you there. Oops. Let's hope that respawns us back where you want to be. Thank you. So, does the game not have to reload the whole level if I, Jeez! Huh, I don't know if I like how you, bounce back from the water. Like, Sandro doesn't say ow or anything, which I guess makes sense because he doesn't actually take damage from it. Not sure. Yeah, some enemies feel so much more... I don't know if they're more aggressive. Something about them feels so much more difficult to deal with now. Like here, I actually just kind of want to run over here to... check out this area here. Strictly speaking, Riker, one of those wasn't a death. That was just being pulled back from out of bounds. And then get taken back to the checkpoint. Oh, one thing, I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing, that you can't, that attack in the air doesn't affect the jump anymore? I guess I feel like it's that kind of like counterintuitive. Or like a hidden mechanic. But I feel like Jack and Daxter got by just fine doing that exact same thing. Yeah, the SpongeBob universe seems to have its own implied profanity. SpongeBob at one point apologized to Mr. Krabs for explaining particles at one point. As if it was profane. Here's I'm gonna like forget a sock somewhere or something in this. Like I know this game fairly well, having done the SpongeBob only playthrough, for instance. But of course, I haven't played this game in a while. I haven't played this game at all since the SpongeBob only playthrough, in particular. Whoa. Okay, I think it's less mercy invincibility or something? I'm not sure what it is. I feel like there are cases where I find myself taking a lot of damage in a short period of time.
Fresh like a spring breeze.
Feels like you snap in a really weird way when you grab a ledge. Checkpoint. I never could tell if you're expected to play through this part of the level as Spongebob or Patrick. I guess they just kind of intended for you to do either. Take your pick. I guess there aren't really any Spongebob only things in this level, part of the level though.
I feel like a new sponge.
So maybe they expect you to play as Patrick.
Another find for
I
Patrick.
still haven't quite figured out the camera. I just can't get used to it being inverted or non-inverted. Yeah, I guess it does make sense as profanity, using words like that. All fish sticks is kind of weird in particular because there's an implication that it's not just dead people, but like
Fresh like a spring breeze.
food products made from them. I'm not really sure what the explanation for that is in the SpongeBob universe. I want to make sure I get that sock over there. I think it's fish paste. Is fish paste made from fish? I have no idea. I'm not. Whoa, hey! I feel like I should have hurt you just then.
I feel like a new sponge.
Oh, there's that freezy fruit there. I don't remember what the point of that freezy fruit is. Why would you? I guess there's down. Actually, it's not even rendering right now. There's a purple shiny object down there, but I don't know why I want that. A good grimmer version of fish sticks. I don't like grass being everywhere, because it covers Spongebob. Like, it must be really annoying walking through the world, and most of the time the grass is really up to your eyes. I don't know if I like the grass being everywhere. Yeah, it looks pretty and all that, and it makes more sense, because instead of just having like random amounts of grass everywhere, you have some things with just sand and some things with grass on them, and the grass is like localized to specific places. Oh, that's weird. Huh, this is like spring loader now. It doesn't go up all the way on the other side. I always figured that it was actually intentional that you could go up this way. Because like because that cliff like juts out right there. Was it not intentional? Purple lamp seemed to think not. Whoa. Whoops, let's just hopefully die down here. Hope we respawn somewhere good.